Welcome back to the Senior Living Show. I'm Vicki Rogers, and with me today again is one of my favorites, of course. It is Scott Neal. He is the president of D. Scott Neal Incorporated and the founder of Caregiver Circle. Welcome back.
Thank you so much, Vicki.
We're going to talk about a very, very touchy subject, I think, with a lot of seniors. It's kind of difficult conversation to have sometimes, and that's driving. Tell everybody, how do you even begin to talk to your loved one about driving?
Well, I think first of all, Vicki, we have to realize that mobility is built into our culture. Mobility denotes dignity and independence. We get to go places where we want to go, when we want to go there. And that there's a great shortage of public transportation that's suitable and adaptable to elders. And so that's the first step, is for us to realize that as caregivers.
Okay, so there are alternatives.
Oh, sure. Yeah, there are clubs and churches that offer transportation services, and there are paid opportunities. There's a network across the nation called ITN. It's a transportation network for seniors. There's professional drivers. There are professional drivers that will drive for. I was on care.com, I think it was, and I saw a long list of people that would charge by the hour. However, I recommend that long before the need ever arises, that you construct a list of potential drivers. Those can be friends, they can be neighbors, they can be relatives, and the more you have on there, the better. But at least 7 or 10 people, so that you don't wear one person out calling them all the time. And you give them the instruction that it's okay to say no when I call. Because you got other options available and so forth. So we did that with my mom and my dad. My dad was a professional driver, and when he stopped driving, Mom felt unsafe at one point, and so I developed that long list, and that worked out exceptionally well for them.
Well, how do you even bring up the topic without causing conflict and making everybody uncomfortable?
Well, once again, I think you do that prior to the need arising. You don't wait until the need. When you wait for the need, then crisis develops and conflict develops, and so you've got to do it well beforehand. I advocate that you do this in just normal conversation, that you work it into the conversation. When you're out driving and you got your mom with you, and somebody cut you off on the highway, you say, "Did you see that? That guy just cut me off. How do you deal with that, Mom?" And you work the driving conversation into just normal conversation. Or how do you deal with all this traffic? The traffic has just gotten way out of hand. It's not like it used to be. How did you deal with this as you were growing up?
Oh, that is excellent. Okay, so what if you've got that senior that just will not give up the keys?
Well, physical exam is number one.
Oh.
Got to know that they can see and that they can hear and that they can maneuver the steering wheel and the brake pedal and all that sort of thing. You got to monitor the medications to make sure that a single medication or in combination will impair their driving. Some of them do that, And you've got to keep the car in really good shape. I see so many seniors who neglect the maintenance on their car. Oh, I'll make it just another day or whatever. And then finally, I highly recommend that you get the insurance payment. Make sure that it's up to date, and that you have it maybe on automatic payment from your bank.
All right, those are great suggestions. How can folks find out more great information from you?
They can come to caregivercircle.com, where we talk about things like this.
We'll be back in just a few more minutes with more on the Senior Living Show.